Well guys, before I get into the video, I just want to shout out my new website that's linked down below, along with my Odyssey BitChute and various other social media profiles you can follow me on. Now obviously, this is not a paid promotion, nor is it a government contract, and I'm not a government minister, so no money was made by me or my friends for this promotion. And obviously, I haven't started selling face nappies or antibacterial hand wash after a quick call to the health secretary. We will leave that sort of shit to the government because they do enough of it for all of us. This little bit of self-promotion here is just so you can follow me elsewhere in case YouTube shits the bed over anything I might say in the future. Something you all know is certainly possible, let's be honest. Anyway, enough of all that, let's get on with the topic of this video, which is actually the England team, but technically it's not even really that. As you know, the England team won by like 4 goals to 0, but to be honest, that's not really news to me, and it's certainly not what I care about here. I'm happy that they won and all that, but the entire tournament, as I've said before, is tainted with the bullshit virtue signalling that they're doing at the start of every game. Thankfully, it sounded to me like the people in Italy booed that bullshit anyway, and the Ukrainians stood there looking at the England players on their knees, baffled at the stupidity of them. Obviously, Ukraine was never going to bow down to Marxist crap like the England players have, but it was funny to see the reaction of some of the players. Now, unfortunately for the race baiters out there like Dr. Shola or whatever her name is, only white people scored, so complaining that Raheem Sterling did not make every front page this time is pointless. Well, actually last time was pointless because I see him featured in plenty of news articles with many people singing his praises, but you know, race baiters got a race bait despite what reality shows them. Now, to be honest, the actual match, race baiting or any of that is not the point I wanted to make in this video. What I wanted to show was many thousands of people all over the country out together enjoying the day. As you can see, 99% of the fans were roaming around maskless and happy, up close and personal, you know, being people. Not the mindless droning sheeple we've been living with for the past 469 days of 14 days to flatten the curve or save the NHS, that, let's be honest, is there to save you, not the other way around. But the more people that see other people are not walking biohazards, the more chance we have of people saying no to any more bullshit lockdowns or restrictions. At the end of the day, we need the young generation partying like last night to say enough is enough, we ain't doing this shit anymore. Them having their freedom and enjoying their lives will make them think fuck giving that up again in the future. As some have noticed, the government's control is already slipping, and I have to say it's going faster and faster each week, with public sentiment waning quicker than the Labour Party's election hopes did in 2019. Now, of course, we have Sajid Javid saying all the right things, possibly because he's read the room and knows their restrictions are hanging by a thread with a lot of the public. There is also talk about ditching the stupid QR code things, which they've wasted fuck knows how much money on, but as with everything reported by the media and government themselves, take it with a massive pinch of salt. Especially when it comes to the mask being ditched by Boris, which is something I will obviously believe when I see it happen, because the backtracking and goalpost moving has literally been monumental, plus they're all lying scumbags, so trusting them is the last thing I will be doing. Now, we also must remember a lot of their claims about removing restrictions come with little clauses and other restrictions or discriminatory tactics which should be easy to take down in court if anyone decides to do it. At the end of the day, things like special treatment for the double vaccinated flies in the face of the Equality Act 2010, UNESCO World Health rulings, Nuremberg Codes and the Parliamentary Assembly for the Council of Europe's Resolution 2361. That resolution there states no social penalties for those who choose not to be vaccinated or cannot. No coercion or mandatory vaccines is included with that for obvious reasons. But obviously, even away from that, July 19th will not be the end of this either way. Fuck me, it could only be the beginning of fighting for the basic rights you all enjoyed 469 days ago. You know, when they told you it would be 14 days to flatten the curve and save the NHS, that you all pay £110 billion a year to fucking save you. And of course the NHS is in even more of a shit state now with millions awaiting treatment, and as far as I know, capacity has not increased over the past year. Shit, they wasted millions on Nightingale hospitals they never used and have now mostly dismantled. I think there's just 2 of them left at this point, or there was. They could have quietly dismantled them like they tried to do with the others. With all that being said though, thankfully we still stand a chance of stopping it, which things like thousands celebrating the football will only help, because people won't listen to their bullshit rules in future if they're enjoying their life now, especially given all they have said over the past year. And of course, especially after the hypocritical 2-tier bollocks that Hancock and many others have exposed, G7 Ascot the entire lot. How much of this bullshit has shown the sheeple that they've been taken for a bunch of mugs in the past month or so? Well, they've been shown that in the past month or so. We know they've been taken for mugs for like a year and a half now. But guys, before I go, remember you can watch my videos completely ad-free on my website. Like I said earlier, is linked down below, along with all my other alt-tech sites like Getter, BitChute and Odyssey. Them links are the best way to support the channel because you never know when YouTube will gulag me or any of you, making them the only way to protect against the censorship we know is coming for us.